Harvest Moon, Tree of Tranquility.
This is the Wii Viewer,
And a little reviewer.
and we're going to review Harvest Moon, Tree of Tranquility, or as the title screen calls it, the voiceover on that title screen is a little bit embarrassing. Here, let me play it for you again.
Harvest Moon, Tree of Tranquility.
As some of my regular viewers know, I was a huge fan of the Super Nintendo game of the same name. It really did surprise me with its addictive and engaging gameplay. So this time I went into playing this knowing that I would have to pace myself. I didn't want to do another all-nighter, but that's exactly what I did the first time I played this game. In fact, I played this game so much, I had over 12 hours of game footage to edit this time around. The story is that you arrive on this island which you think is going to be a lively, great place to live, thanks to a very misleading brochure. Once you get there, you learn that most of the people have moved away, and not a lot of tourists come to this place. You find out the goddess who watched over the island has gone missing, and you have to rescue her and save the island. What did you think of the original Harvest Moon game?
I like it.
You like it, so you still play it?
Yeah.
That's cool. You played one of the GameCube versions of Harvest Moon, didn't you?
Yeah.
Which one?
The one with the musical notes one? Harvest Moon musical melody.
What'd you think of that one? The tutorial. It took over an hour.
I know.
Wasn't it just irritating?
Yeah.
It didn't even give you the option to skip it. It was annoying. I know how to play Harvest Moon. The controls are very simple. Basically just push the A button to use your items and hold it to power up your item. And then you use the Z button to lock on your target. Now unfortunately they've also added motion controls. To do them, you just do the motion you would normally do to use the item you're holding. The problem with this is that it will often happen by accident if you're not careful. It will take your stamina down even if you don't mean to do it. So you'll always have to be careful not to move your hands around too much while using an item. If you don't want to deal with the motion controls, you can completely get around that by attaching the classic controller. However, I still prefer to use the Wiimote and Nunchuck. When you first start out, you barely have any stamina. But through hard work and repeated use of that item, you'll get it to level up and it will take less and less stamina to do that certain job. Plus, you can also upgrade your tools to make the job even easier. You can grow crops this time in every season, which was new to this.
Each crops, seedlings, or seeds, or whatever type of thing that you're growing, is always different for each season.
In the other Harvest Moon game we played, winter is pretty much a time where you just have to take care of your chickens and cows, right?
That's why you should always buy a chicken or cow before winter starts.
I agree. If you want to make any money. But in this one, you can actually make money in winter growing crops.
I like that idea.
So do I. It doesn't make winter just something you're trying to pass through as quickly as you can. As much as growing crops is a big part of this game, so is raising animals. There's quite a few animals to buy this time around, from the normal chickens and cows to the more strange ducks and silkworms. The thing I like about this game is that you can actually increase your money by refining some of the stuff that comes out of these animals, like the milk and eggs. You can turn milk into butter and eggs into mayonnaise to make more money. There's also other things to do in this game, like mining, fishing, or doing a part-time job. Mining will help you upgrade your tools, and fishing is a simple way to make money. And so is a part-time job, which is almost a requirement when you first start out this game. You're going to want to build your wealth and stamina in this game, not just because you want to save the goddess, but you can also get married and have kids if you're good enough. There are a few ladies to choose from, and guys if you're a girl. And it's not just as simple as asking them. You have to woo them over for a long period of time.
Every once in a while, there's a flea market. There's special holidays. Not really holidays, but little special days. And sometimes they do have mini games. And every once in a while, when those mini games come up, I suggest that you wouldn't want to play them. I don't get what the mini games are for. Why do they have them?
They don't really fit in this game. I think it was just the publisher realizing this is a Wii title, so it had to have a minigame on it. What did you not like about this game? Let's get into that.
Going to bed without saving it. In this game, you can't save it when you go to bed. They make you go to your diary, then go to bed. How about they just make you go to your diary and give you another option to go to bed?
Yeah, that would have been nice. I didn't like how everything was separated in this island. Some of the more essential shops are not exactly the easiest to get to, and that was a bit irritating because you had to deal with all the loading screens just to get something you need and then to get back. Like for example, from my house, to get a new cow or chicken, I would have to go up 6 loading screens back and forth. It was just annoying.
4 loading screens.
Depending on which way you go, because there's some areas that are blocked off until you figure out how to open them.
I figured it out before you, ha ha ha, in your face.
Every time you went into your house, every time you went into your coop, every time you left the area, every time you had to go into a separate area that wasn't on the screen, they loaded. It was just annoying to have to sit through all the time.
Also, when you went over here and you mistaken and went back, it's just again, it loads exactly the same time. Why does it take that long?
I agree. If you just left the area, why is it not quicker to get to load that other area that you just left? If you could tolerate the loading screens, it was definitely a good game. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah.
All right, little reviewer, we rented this game. Would you buy, rent, or skip?
Buy.
You really enjoyed the game that much?
Yeah.
I do agree with you. I think this game is definitely worth a buy. And I'm going to take my own advice, because look what I just bought.
It's the game. Hi, Kobe.
What? No, that's not fair. Hey.